If you want to learn English phrasal verbs and native expressions using videos, I'm going to show you how. Hi, my name is Ming and I teach English. So number one, what video you choose is actually important. Choose a topic that you are actually interested in. It's not sustainable to force yourself to listen to topics that you don't care about. So also when you're choosing the video, be mindful of the level of English. You should be able to understand 70, 80%, but there should still be some room to learn new words and phrases. And finally, choose a video of someone who speaks the way that you want to speak, has an accent that you like. 2, while you're watching this video, write down phrases that are new for you, but also write down phrases that you are not using in your speaking. So, for example, if you hear a phrase and you think, oh, that's a cool way to say that, write that one down. These phrases and vocabulary that you have written down, look them up if you need to. And then what you need to do is find examples of native speakers using these phrases in context. One way that you can do that is on yoglish.com. I'll put the link in the description. You go onto Yoglish, you hit the US filter button if you're learning American English, and it's going to pull up video clips of people saying the phrase that you put in context, right? So you can hear the pronunciation, but you can also see how this person is using the phrase. So the videos that I've been making, basically, these are the steps that I'm doing for you. I'm choosing the video, and I am breaking down the phrases and giving you examples of how else we can use those phrases in context. And I'm doing this because I know that these 2 steps are very time consuming. 3, download the audio to your phone if you can. If it's a podcast, that's excellent because you can listen repeatedly throughout the day. But you want to be able to listen to this video or this podcast as frequently as possible. And that's another reason that it should be something that you're interested in. In my experience, audio learning is the most efficient way to learn languages. So this is how you can really brainwash yourself with the new terminology. Finally, obviously, you need to practice speaking. So either you need a teacher, a tutor, a friend, a language partner that you can practice these phrases with in conversation. So this is what I do in my one-on-one classes. But even if you don't want to hire a teacher or a tutor, you can find a language exchange partner. For example, 2 apps that come to mind are Tandem and HelloTalk. So check out those apps if you're looking for an English speaking partner or a language exchange partner. So today what we're going to do is go through another one of Better Ideas videos. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I love this channel because the language he uses is perfect for non-native speakers to learn expressions that are very common to native speakers, but that are not commonly taught outside of the US. So I like to use his videos for teaching. After watching my video, you need to go back and watch the original video, which will be linked in the description. And as always, if there are any terms that he said in that video that I didn't cover that you don't understand, you can always ask me in the comments and I will answer you. The video that we're going to go through today is called Why Your Life is So Boring. Let's get started.
We kind of just wake up, we feel kind of groggy, we stumble downstairs, get the coffee.
Groggy is so super tired, weak, maybe sick, maybe you took too much medication, but you're just not all here. I don't like to take cough syrup because it makes me groggy. By the way, cough syrup is medicine, liquid medicine for a cold or for the flu, right? We just kind of have this habit of calling everything cough syrup if it's a liquid medication. I always feel groggy midday. The students always show up groggy to first period. Okay, in American schools, when you start changing classes during the day, like for middle school and high school, we call these periods. So first period, second period, third period, etc.
Get the coffee, hop in the shower, and get dressed.
Hop in the shower. There is a lot of this hopping and jumping in expressions in English, right? So you can hop in the shower, jump in the shower, get in the shower, all means enter the shower, but it means in a quick way. I'm just going to hop in the shower and then we're going to head out. We can also say hop into the car, the cab, the train, the cockpit, the front seat, the back seat, the driver's seat. The kids hopped in the back seat and we left for Disney World. So like I said, the idea of hopping in something or jumping in something is this idea of doing it quickly. For people who work in restaurants, you know that in the kitchen there are different positions, right? You have the grill, you have the fry station, maybe you have someone making salads, that's a salad station. This whole area where cooks are cooking is called the line. So a manager can hop on the line when it gets busy, or jump on the line. And you can also jump on any of these various positions. For example, jump on fry, jump on grill, jump on dish means go wash dishes. A good manager jumps on any position to help out when it gets busy.
Before getting in the car to get that bread. And after you get that bread, you get more bread at McDonald's because you have an addiction.
Get that bread means make that money. Bread is a very old slang term for money that is still used, not so much, but it's still in use. So he says, then after you get that bread, you get some more bread, like McDonald's bread, right? So he's making a play on words, bread money and bread, literal bread at McDonald's. By the way, bread and butter is another expression that means income. And an idiom that is similar is to bring home the bacon. So get that bread is to make money. Bread and butter is income. And bring home the bacon is to bring home the money or support a family. So I'm going to be honest. I have never used any of these expressions. This is not my style. And my personal feeling about idioms and slang is that when you're learning a language, it's not really the best idea to try to use these phrases. So yes, you should know what they mean because you may hear them, right? But you're not really familiar enough with the context to know when it's appropriate to use it and when it's going to sound weird, you know? The only way to really know, to really understand when to use idioms and slang is to live in the culture, like to be there so that you can understand the context in which native speakers are using these kinds of phrases.
And then you come home, usually pretty tired, and you veg out and watch Netflix or whatever you do until you go to bed.
To veg out or just to veg means to be lazy or do nothing. You can veg and watch TV. You can veg and scroll TikTok. You can veg and stuff your face. You can veg and stare at the wall. I have been working so much lately. I just want to go home and veg. Do you have any plans for this weekend? No, we're just going to stay home, veg out, and watch anime. By the way, we call someone a vegetable if they are in a state where they're awake but unconscious. So like they're not responding to the world in any way. And this is called a vegetative state. Vegetative state is not slang. It's actually a medical term. This person is a vegetable. They do nothing.
Everyone's getting married to the person of their dreams, popping out the most beautiful babies.
Popping out babies. So The phrasal verb to pop out actually has a lot of different meanings depending on the context. The most common way that I've heard it is when something pops out of your mouth, like you say something without thinking first. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to say that. It just popped out. There's also when you want to leave really quick and come back. I'm just going to pop out and grab some beer and then I'm coming right back. Another way that something can pop out is it's protruding from your body, right? So there's like a bulge or protrusion. So weightlifters who are really lean, sometimes you can see their veins popping out of their arms. And finally, the last meaning is to emerge from something, to come out. So here is the meaning that he's using. So babies are emerging, they're coming out, they're popping out. But when you say babies are popping out, it makes it sound like they're coming out quickly and easily. So to pop out is something fast, easy.
But that's not life. That's a highlight reel.
Highlight reel, you might already know, right? So Instagram actually has highlights. They're the little circles at the top of your page where you can put your best moments, your best videos. So the highlights of your life are like the best moments of your life. The highlight of my day is the best moment of my day. The highlight of my reels is the best moment in my reels. So when he says a highlight reel, it's the best moments one after another. So when you're looking at someone's social media, they are not posting themselves when they're fat and depressed, laying in bed, vegging out, watching anime. Okay, they're posting the best moments of their life. So you are viewing their highlight reel.
And these highlights that we constantly absorb by the people we follow on Instagram or the movies we watch on Netflix.
Absorb. To absorb something is to suck it up or take it in. Normally, we're saying this about a liquid, like sponges absorb liquid, or maybe an absorbent paper towel is one that picks up the liquid really well. You can also use this word about heat, right? So concrete absorbs heat. As a black hole absorbs material, it gets more massive. You can also use it about information. So here he's saying the mind is absorbing this information. It's taking it in. We say that a person or a mind that learns well absorbs information. When you're open, you can absorb information more easily. Some people absorb other people's emotions. So here he says that we are absorbing these highlights. We're believing that life should be like this highlight reel.
The days when these awesome, crazy things aren't happening, we view that as somehow suboptimal.
Suboptimal. Sub, this prefix, always means under. So optimal means the best possible combination of factors or circumstances. Suboptimal is not the best. It doesn't technically mean terrible, right? It just means not the best. But a lot of times when we use this phrase, we're using it as a nice way to say terrible. Under optimal conditions, humans can live a century. We pay for suboptimal short-term decisions in the long run.
They just sort of wake up, they do a bunch of things they don't want to do, they're grinding it out, they're working hard.
Grind it out. To grind something out is to work really hard. A grind is hard work. To grind is doing hard work. It's associated with the boring, monotonous work that most people have to do every single day. And a related expression is the daily grind, which is your daily boring, stupid work. Success is built in the daily grind. For most people, success means grinding it out day after day.
And if this is all there is, then that's obviously super depressing. But there's a silver lining.
Silver lining. So a silver lining refers to an old idiom. This idiom is so popular that we don't have to say the idiom anymore. He can just make a reference to this little piece of it, and we all know what it means. The idiom is every cloud has a silver lining. So this is referring to like rain clouds, gray, dark clouds, where there's no light visible. Eventually, what you see when the sun comes out, starts to come out from behind those rain clouds, is you see this little silver line on the edge of the cloud. And that's the indication that the sun is coming out. So metaphorically, it means every hard situation, every bad situation has a little bit of hope in it. It's not going to last forever. Something beautiful will eventually come out of it. President Obama once said that we're always looking for the cloud in the silver lining. So it's backwards, right? Like we're looking for the negative in the positive. Instead of looking for the good in the bad, we have all this good, and yet we're focused on the negativity. So as I mentioned, I don't tend to use idioms because it's not my style. Another way to say the same idea is the good thing, or on the other hand, or the flip side. So these are more common ways to express this silver lining idea. The flip side of losing weight is that you can end up with a lot of extra skin. I don't make a lot of money, but on the other hand, I'm pretty free compared to most people. The breakup was really hard on me, but the silver lining is that I learned what makes me happy. The good thing is I learned what makes me happy.
Because changing your entire life isn't as big of a feat as you might think it is.
Feet sounds just like feet for walking, right? But not spelled that way. Feat is achievement. It's a great achievement. Something that you did that took a lot of effort or determination. Constructing the Great Wall of China was one of the most amazing engineering feats of its time. Running an ultra marathon is a great feat of endurance. He says changing your life is not some great feat. It's about changing little things that we do all the time.
Not necessarily days where everything went our way and nothing was difficult or stressful, but days where our system was running.
He said the system was running. So running is super, super common. This is not running like this. We usually use the word running to describe some kind of mechanical operation. Right now, my air conditioning is running because it's 38 degrees here. Computers run, cars run, air conditioners run, heaters run, your refrigerator runs. There was a really stupid old joke. Like, people used to tell this joke on the phone. Like, they would prank call random people from the phone book. Look, this is the old days. This is like in the 80s. So they would call up some random person and they would be like, "Hi, is your refrigerator running?" And the person would be like, "Yes, it is." And they'd be like, "Ha ha, you better go catch it." It's a really stupid joke. So basically, if it's a machine and it makes noise when you turn it on, it's running. My car stopped running. It means my car stopped working. My car broke down. Applications on your phone and programs on your computer also run. If you have too many programs running in the background, you need to close those programs so that your computer will run faster. Your nose runs. So when you have some kind of sinus problems and you have mucus, that's so gross, I hate that word. When you have mucus that's dripping out of your nose, We do not say mucus or snot or anything else that sounds so gross in English. It sounds so gross. We say, my nose is running. Sounds nice, right? Sounds a lot nicer than snot. So to run on something means, what is the source of energy that this machine is using to run? My air conditioner runs on electricity. Maybe my shower runs on solar energy. My car runs on gasoline. I am running on energy drinks and 4 hours of sleep. That's a lie. I sleep 8 hours a night and I don't even drink energy drinks. Another related expression is, I'm running on fumes. Fumes are what is left in your gas tank after you have no more gas in the tank, right? So I have very little energy left. I'm running on fumes. I'm so tired.
We gave life a good shot. We made choices that are aligned with our values, and we did the little things that make us happy.
He said, gave life a good shot. To give something a shot is to give it a try. Try it out. Do your best. Make an effort. A common expression is to give it your best shot. Give it your best shot is just try your best. When I first started teaching online and traveling, I did not know if it was going to work, but I decided to give it a shot, and it worked.
Maybe that's developing one positive habit at a time so that the things that keep you grounded and happy and your mood elevated start to become things that you do automatically.
Grounded is a certain type of personality, but it's a mixture of a couple different traits at the same time. A person who is grounded is mentally stable. They're sensible. They're practical. They have good judgment. They're confident. They know what they're doing. So it's not just like one thing. It's kind of a combination of characteristics. To be a good EMT, you need to be a grounded person. EMT is emergency medical technician. They're one of the first people who respond when there is an emergency. So because being grounded is such a weird combination of traits, I'm going to give you some antonyms, right? Some opposite words. You are not grounded if you are crazy, if you're anxious all the time, if you're incompetent, if you're neurotic, if you're easily excited, if you're kind of dreamy and always thinking about like fantasy situations, if you're really uptight about everything and have to have things in a certain way, if you're high strung, if you are impractical, these traits are the opposite of a grounded personality. So a couple of these words might be new for you. Uptight means that you're excessively focused on the rules. Things have to be this way all the time. And you're constantly worrying about things going well. You're so uptight, you need to relax. Uptight people are very annoying to me. High strung is similar. A high strung person means like you are easily emotionally affected by everything that happens. Like you're excited one minute and then you're angry and then you're upset. And you're excited again. You have a lot of energy, emotional energy. High strung people also stress me out. A related expression to being grounded is to have both feet on the ground. This meaning is less complicated. It's just basically a person who is practical and sensible. My uncle is an engineer who has both feet on the ground. Psychologically, you might hear this term grounding, and it refers to any kind of exercise that helps to calm you down or bring you into the present moment. Grounding exercises. So, for example, let's say that you do a search, how to stay grounded. You're going to find activities like meditation, journaling, yoga, walking in nature, gardening, maybe playing with kids or animals. I don't know. He always says his kids keep him grounded. Grounded is a cool word. It has a lot of different ways that we can use it. one other way we can use grounded is like based. An idea can be grounded in another idea, which means based on another idea, or rooted in another idea. So grounded in, rooted in, based on. Positivity should be grounded in practicality. The Easter Bunny is rooted in ancient pagan religions. This book is based on a true story. So that's all for today. Go listen to the original video without subtitles and tell me how you did. Any additional questions, put them in the comments. If you like learning with short videos, follow me on TikTok at English Evolution. The link is in the description. Bye!